Hello and welcome to Brands Hatch. It is round 2 of the Mega Team versus Team 2. You join us in Lobby 2. We are just a couple of moments away from qualifying getting underway in round 2 of our series. There are 3 lobbies of action taking place today, as they will each of the rounds of this series, and points are awarded across all of them. That's what makes the Mega Team versus Team 2 so unique. Good evening, welcome to broadcast. My name is Darren Paul. Very happy to be back commentating for the Amigos Racing Team once again. Let's have a look at the rounds. So, last time out, and if you missed it, no worries. We got it on the Amigos Racing Team YouTube channel. Go and check that out. Great race. Bit elbows out, and the stewards had a look at a lot in the post race. So lots of exciting action from that one. Round 2, obviously, you can see we are at Brands Hatch in Kent, one of the finest racing venues in the UK. Next time out, we go to Colorado Springs. We will be on dirt for the first time in this series, thrashing around some Fords. In round 4, we head to Monza, the Cathedral of Speed. And then for the final round, Suzuka for a 1-hour endurance classic. That is going to be brilliant. Very, very excited for that one. So, there we have it. That is the structure of things from at least a race's point of view. Let's look at the rules. So we have tyre wear and fuel depletion. We will have a grid start. But here's the interesting part. Points are awarded across all 3 lobbies. The winner of the lobby 1 earns the most points right the way down to the last driver to take part in the race in lobby 3. Now in lobby 2, you have the top 3 drivers. They'll be promoted to lobby 1. The bottom 3 will be relegated to lobby 3. They will be replaced obviously with the bottom 3 drivers from lobby 1 and the top 3 from lobby 3. So that has meant we've had a little bit of a turnaround in who we have in the lobby. So let's just go through each of the drivers. We've got Jokerman 6025 representing Team AXR, Illusion 428 also of AXR, RA Giba, he was very popular driver last time out for RA Academy, ALT Happy T representing ALT Blue, Gavra Natalie GHTR Red, ALT Birdie ALT Yellow, ALT Scott 701 represents ALT Yellow, Zephyros 45 Karting Squad Blue, MRDMT 1995 Mr. DMT I'm going to go with, also of GTHR Red, so him and Gavin Natalie teaming up in this one. Phil G 1779 represents CRT Blue, and CRT Purple are represented by CRT Miggins. So there we go. That is just about everything covered, as we are just a couple of moments away from getting ready for qualifying to begin. We are just trundling around with CRT Miggins in the Jaguar F-Type R16, R14. Can't read my own handwriting then. Now, the circuit, Brands Hatch, great, famous circuit. Always good, exciting racing. The N600 record around here is a 1:35.711, according to GTSport.r1s3.net/lap records. So, should they be believed, let's dive on board with Gavin Natalie. Gavranatoli representing GTHR Red. And he's going to take us for our first lap around. My goodness, what happened there? Somebody went very, very slow. Down Paddock Hill Bend. Round Graham Hill Bend now. Along the Cooper Straight. And the left-hander is Surtees. Now, the oval circuit would take you right straight away across McLaren, but no, we're on the drive up to Pilgrim's Drop, just under the bridge. There it is. And now the decline into Hawthorne Hill, through the Hawthorns, down the Derek Minter Straight, and then it's a bit of a heavy braking zone into Westfield, down Dingle Dell, and you'll notice there's huge changes in camber as well as elevation around here as somebody gets it quite wrong. Down Sheen Curve, Stirling's, good opportunity for overtaking, maybe, depending how aggressive you are. You can do some really, really good clean defending there as well. As we're through Clearways, we're round Clark Curve, onto the Brabham Straight, just there we go. Across starts finish. And now the most famous part of this racetrack, Paddock Hill Bend. There's a lot of runoff on the left hand side, but you don't want to end up in that gravel. And that is about as well as you can take it. Around Druids, down to Graham Hill Bend for the second time from Gravonatalis. Go on board with R.A. Gieber, very, very popular in the chat last time, and you know, this is racing community. Wayne Berrington says still no stream running. Talk to me, like what's not running? Let me know. R.A. Gieber, a 140 outlap. So R.A. Gieber is getting ready to set our first lap time. Oh, apologies there. R.A. Gieber hearing over the line, and it's a 1:34.227. That has him provisional pole. Gavranatoli goes quicker, a 1:33.926. And it's Jokerman 6025. If you'll excuse me, I'll just be saying Jokerman for the most part. He is your provisional pole, 1:33.609. We're going to stick with R.A. Gieber, as R.A. Lucky Bucky in the chat says, we're all Gieber, aren't we? Sets the section best. He's third. Oh, and that's going to cost him plenty of time. Gets it just a little bit wrong. Going down the Derek Minter Straight. Again, carried a lot of speed through Hawthorne Hill into the Hawthorns. And that's cost him nearly a second. Can he get that back? That'd be an incredible final couple of sections if he did, or sectors rather. We'll stick on, see how he goes before we pick up the journey with somebody else. R.A. Gieber over the line, a 1:35.292. Was not able to get it back. Let's check in with our provisional pole sitter, Kirkleman 6025. Very nice livery on his Jaguar, and he goes faster still. Yes, a 1:33 1:18. And that is a very fast provisional pole time. AOT Birdie set a new qualifying time, 1:34.308. Sorry, in fact, a 1:34.060. AOT Birdie in third position, representing the Amigos Racing Team. That luminous yellow, as he's representing ALT yellow, so it makes sense. Yellow being one of the core colours of all things Amigos Racing Team. As he's got ALT Happy T just behind him, representing ALT blue. ALT Happy T's got a bit more of a livery than last time we saw him, battling the pointy end of the hybrids race last Tuesday. Again, if you didn't check it out, we are on it's on the Amigos Racing Team, as Beardy gets it a little bit wrong. Let's dive on board with ALT Happy T. Coming to the end of his lap now. Under the bridge into clearways. Now round the clock curve. Joker Man. He's happy, he's in the pits. 1:33.118 is his provisional pole time. ALT Happy T goes over the line. In fact, he is in 7th, so can't go much quicker. Let's dive in. Who's in 4th? It is ALT Beardy. So despite getting it a little bit wrong, still well up there. That's R.A. Gieber. There he is. He's in 2nd position. What was his time? His fastest time so far, a 1:33.724. That last time out, considerably quicker. Took half a second off his previous fastest time, and then the camera's on him, and he gets a little bit squirrely. Let's dive in with Jokerman. What's Jokerman doing? Let's see from his driver's eye view. Again, provisional pole. As we've got another lap time about to be set by somebody. It was Gavranatoli. Stays 2nd at 1:33.444. It's Mr. DMT at 1:33. Let's stick on board with Jokerman. This is his outlap. In fact, we're not going to stick on board with Jokerman because it is his outlap. Let's dive in with Illusion 428. He's got it right on the raggedy edge. AXR teammate of Jokerman. He puts that wide. Easily done down there in that run-in to Sterling's. Again, a fast part of the circuit. Final corner. What can he do? Can he improve on his time? He's not yet set a time, in fact. So his outlap at 2:13.833. We will check back in with him. Let me know that you can hear me okay. I'm used to shouting into the void, but best avoided where possible. We're on board with ALT Happy T. I'm going to check in with Phil G 1779 in just a couple of moments. ALT Happy T, sector best. His fastest so far, 1:34.489. That was the lap previous. So consistent running, as this is the final lap. Time has elapsed. Appreciate that, Wayne. As he's over the line, a 1:34.668. So consistent running from ALT Happy T, and he'll love that. As Jokerman does not advance on his pole time. Gavranatali is also finished. Oh, as Miggins, we just dive him spinning round. And I think that's pretty much... Oh, Illusion! Still in a fast lap. As he is coming around Clark Curve for the final time. He gets it pointed in the right direction. What can he do over the line? It's going to be a 1:34.877. So that is going to have him. That is going to have him in 10th. So he will be the final runner on our grid. But that is very, very close between all of our drivers today. It's a really fantastic effort all round. We've got a 10-car grid. We've got 20 minutes. It is the Mega TVT 2 team versus team round 2 from Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit, and we are going to be on board, or we're going to follow Jokerman as he's got the inside line into Paddock Hill Bend, and he's away. That's a great start from Gavranatali. That is a brilliant start from Gavranatali. Can they keep it clean? This is the toughest part of the racetrack. He can. Oh, we got Illusion. He's off the track. We got somebody else off as well in the midfield. As Gavranatali has continued to hold that lead. Jokerman just behind him. They nearly touch. But great respect between these drivers. As there's contact at the back. There's a little bit of contact there. I think that's ART Scott and Illusion getting a bit side by side. But this is good running from everybody. Oh, Gavranatali! He overcooks it, as does Mr. DMT. And Jokerman, he is going to capitalise on that. He is away already. We're going to go on board with ART Happy T with an interior shot. ART Happy T not afraid to use the in-car view. Risky on cold tyres, and that is a really important thing to remember. 30-minute race around Brands Hatch as somebody gets a little bit sideways. That was ART Beardy, and now he's got ART Happy T all over the back of him. They are part of the same racing team, but not in team versus team. So this is a fair fight between these two. We're going to go back on board with ART Happy T. Jokerman sets the fastest lap, 1:40.810. That is our first lap in the books. 28 minutes of racing left in this one, so we have got a long race ahead of us. Again, cars overcooking it down the hill into Graham Hill Bend. As Illusion, Illusion gets the better of ART Happy T, and he is up the road. And ART Happy T just holding on to the position there. Mr. DMT 1995 just behind him. Those two were neck and neck just then, battling away. I think right now this is the story of the race in the midfield. I'm going to go on board with Mr. DTM. Oh, sorry, Mr. DMT. Can he line up ART Happy T? What's he got behind him? CRT Miggins. He's a little bit of a ways back. And I said earlier, this could be a really good opportunity to make a late move, a bit of a dive on somebody. But if you get your line right through there, you can defend very, very well, very comfortably. As ART Happy T has got fantastic acceleration out of that final set of corners. And he's built up nearly a second gap on Mr. DMT. They all navigate Paddock Hill Bend, a lot better this time. Round Druids. Can they all keep it close? No, they cannot. Illusion very wide. And I do wonder, oh, as there's contact, ART Happy T goes off. He's off. And Illusion is going to drive away. I'd be amazed if he doesn't get pinged for a penalty there. If not now, maybe in the post-race. Oh my goodness. And now he is all over the back of Mr. DMT. No penalties come through for Illusion. That's ART now at the back of the field. He's got to drag his way back. He's a quick driver. And we've got R.A. Gieber as well, the fan favourite, down in 9th. Phil G. Oh, gets a tyre on the grass and he spins it round. That is unfortunate. Let's go back to our race leader though, Jokerman. Comfortable right now, nearly a second's advantage on Gavra Natalie. He will take this all day long, this current position he's got. Gavra Natalie gets through there safely. ART Beardy 4 seconds back. That is tough. An Illusion, he's in a battle right now with Mr. DMT. And again, the midfield, that is where this race is. We're going to go on board with CRT Miggins. What does he see coming down the hill? A beautiful livery. And everybody gets it right through there that time. Nice and clean. Now through Surtees up to Pilgrim's Drop. This is another corner people can struggle with. But everybody's navigated that one very cleanly. He's got a good lap to R.A. Gieber behind him. Close on 3 seconds. Can Gieber and Happy T, can they work together to close that gap? A little bit of strategy in this race. Go on board with... Actually, let's go and just check out ART Beardy. He's sort of in a no man's land position. He's not close to Gavra Natalie right now. 4 seconds off, but he's got 2 seconds ahead of Illusion. So he'll be very content in 3rd right now. He knows that this position, if he were to finish this way, he'd be getting himself promoted to Lobby 1. This is the battle. 4, 5, 6 and 7. All with basically a piece of paper between them. I wish I'd have been able to get some highlights going for you, but all of that action happened too close to go. Oh, ART Scott, a lot of grass, as is CRT Miggins, but they both come round. No drama there. Oh no, what has happened here? Mr. DMT, and who was that? It was ART Scott, 701, losing it. We're going to dive in with that replay right now. Who do we need to be with? Let's go on board with ART Scott. What happens? Oh, he overcooks it. He misses his breaking point. And then he holds up, lets DMT get away. That's good sportsmanship. He's just missed his brake spot there. That is unfortunate. ART Scott is in 7th. Losing a bit of ground. Nearly 2 seconds to CRT Miggins. So we're going to go on board with CRT Miggins. In fact, let's have a look at that livery again. Beautiful. Jokerman, Gavra Natalie, ART Beardy, your top 3. Illusion, 428. Mr. DMT, 4 and 5. Illusion starting to get away. And he's all of a sudden all over the back of ART Beardy. Not too sure how he's done this. Now the pressure's been off him because DMT got bunted. But now, can he get this move done? Oh, that is bold. Has he made it stick? Has he made it stick? He's onto the gravel. ART Beardy round the outside. Can he get him back at Druids? No, Beardy. He's got that done. Let's go back on board with Illusion. And A bit of drift action there around Paddock Hill Bend, and that is not, I would suggest, the optimal way of navigating that corner. Good job initially to rein in that gap, but the unfortunate thing for him now is he's got to do it all over again. Illusion on the back of ART Beardy. Let's dive in with the battle for 5th, Mr. DMT and CRT Miggins. ART Scott just away behind Miggins right now. As Jokerman still leads from Gavranatelli. We'll check in with that battle, if indeed it is a battle, in a couple of moments' time. Mr. DMT. Oh no! As that's Illusion. He's gotten very wide and he's collected Mr. DMT just a little bit. I think he's okay. And he wasn't held up too much in that. So now, that's great news for ART Beardy, because there's now a 3-second gap from Mr. DMT. Let's see what happens as Beardy pits. ART Beardy is in the pit lane. So tyre wear, fuel consumption, it is something that we need to consider here. He was just down to 12% of his fuel. So that is interesting. The first of the pit callers, as now Illusion is properly back in another battle, as he's lost it again. Being overly aggressive perhaps. He's trying to get those positions back. And he's just hung a toe onto the grass. And that's seen him down in 8th. Let's go back to what happened earlier. We're going to go on board. It's just, again, it's that same thing. He's being aggressive. He wants to get back on terms with Beardy. But he's just touching that grass. And that is going to fling you off the race circuit if you're going at speed in these Jaguar F-Type R14s. Let's go see Mr. DMT. 9 seconds behind Gavranatelli. But just a hair in front of CRT Miggins, ART Scott and ART Happy T. As Giebus, unfortunately, is 4 seconds back. Oh, Scott! ART Scott all over the grass there. But it's not a great place to make an overtake, even if somebody does make a mistake ahead of you. As we've got more pit callers. But whilst that's taking place, let's go back on board with Jokerman. And now this is a battle. Gavranatelli. Less than a second behind Jokerman. It's been 1 and 2. And they are, again, 9 seconds ahead of the next place. That's Mr. DMT in 3rd. Gavranatelli. And see Jokerman, he's got him in his sights, but right now, is he going to be able to do anything about it? If you're enjoying this broadcast, make sure that you like it. Please share it amongst your friends on all your social media profiles. Does your dog have a social media profile? If so, maybe they would also like to share that you're watching the Mega Team vs Team 2 Lobby 2 Race 2 from Brands Hatch. Mr. DMT got CRT Miggins behind him. Gieber is in 5th position. You're not going to like me for saying this, but it's not one that he's going to keep for very long after the next round of pit stops, I fear. As Illusion has the fastest lap, a 1:34.013. So tremendous effort, and we saw he's got pace as CRT Miggins dives into the pit lane. We saw that he has that pace, but at times a little bit over aggressive as Miggins starts to drop down the order. He ran it very tight on fuel. I'm assuming that we're going to see Jokerman, who is just pulling out that lead again on Gavranatelli. I would be guessing that we're going to see these two coming in next time round. Let's go on board with R.A. Geber. The Geber eye view. And he's able to just race his own race right now. Nobody ahead of him. Well, 8 seconds ahead of him. Nobody breathing down his neck. 3.4 seconds behind is Phil G, 1779. So Geber got a bit of clean air and he can just run clean laps to his heart's content. Geber pretty low on fuel, but he could probably go for a few more laps if he wants to. Tyres are in great condition. Great condition. As Natalie pits from second. When will Geber pit? Doesn't look like it's this time round. It is not. So Geber is going to be into third position. And do you know what? If he can manage this strategy well in this race, who knows where that is going to take R.A. Geber. He runs a lot of that AstroTurf. So I do wonder, because ART Beardy, he must have pitted about 10 minutes into the race with 12%. How many stops is he going to do? Because it looks like Geber is trying to run it as close to a one-stop strategy as can be. Doesn't tell us his strategy there. It's going to be interesting to see as Jokerman's got an 8.8 second lead over Mr. DMT. And again, looking a little conservative, I would suggest. Again, in terms of fuel, let's just take a peek. Yeah, again, he can run a few more laps, or they can run a few more laps. Jokerman can. Where is Illusion? Illusion got himself into the pits. Got himself nice and fueled up. We're going to go back to the Geber. 7 seconds off Mr. DMT. 11 seconds ahead of Natalie. So one suspects he will lose that advantage after pitting. It's R.A. Geber. Takes a little bit of grass on his way into the pits there. And Mr. DMT also pits. Surely Jokerman's going to be pitting this lap. He's now got a 30-second advantage, 29 seconds on Natalie. But Natalie is fully fueled. I assume he didn't change tyres. He did not. But he'll be fueled to the finish. So, fascinating race here we have in store. And you can just see in the map, he is miles away right now. As R.A. Geber has come out in 7th. Illusion remains in 8th. Phil G in 9th. And ART Scott down in 10th. ART Happy T in 5th. He's hunting down Mr. DMT in 4th. Let's go on board with ART Happy T. I think this is the on-track battle right now. As Jokerman, the leader, pits. So he's taking fresh tyres. And he will fuel. So he'll be fueled to the finish. And he's taken fresh tyres. That is interesting. Because, let's just look at... what do I want to do? Excuse me there. See, I don't know if other drivers have been taking tyres as Jokerman. Actually, that's a very long stop. And that has seen him... Where's he rejoining? He's rejoining second. And he's now all over the back of Natalie. Well, a long pit stop from Jokerman. He's got to undo. Now, Natalie, we saw him last time. Very fast driver. able to defend as he's got Jokerman all over the back of him. Oh my goodness. Is he going to get him up into Surtees? He is. Oh, he gets a bit sideways. Oh, but he's got the move held. That's Catherine Natalie. Throws the back end out. He's hunting him down, but that is great driving from Jokerman. And he looks like he's just ready to drag away. This is incredible driving. Let's have a look at that. Let's go on board with Jokerman. So he's right on his tail. And he's just like, I'll just take the inside, brake a little later, hang it out. No worries. And away I go. And he has just driven away. I've been told around 19 seconds for fuel and tyres. I stopped around here, so thank you very much for that, Wayne Barrington. Appreciate that in the chat. Once again, if you're enjoying this, please do drop a like on the stream. As we've got some Joker fans in the chat. That's ART Beardy representing ART Yellow today. All over the back of Gavra Natalie. As ART Happy T is also over the back of Mr. DMT. But I tell you what, Mr. DMT's been doing a great job defending. Because he's had him in his mirrors for quite some time. Let's go on board with Happy T. That is not going to get it done that time. Maintains a third of a second gap between them. Now is he going to try it into Hawthorne's? He's side by side. And he gets it done. What can Mr. DMT do? Is he going to go for the cutback? He can't. And that's just good driving from ALT Happy T. Patient driving. And he's done a really good job there. Oh, but Mr. DMT, is he coming back at him? We're going to go on board with Mr. DMT. What can he see from his point of view? Again. You know what? I think I may have been a little bit wrong where I thought that was a better spot for overtaking than it actually is. Are we able to see that overtake again? We cannot. Apologies. A little bit late on that one. And he just wasn't able to get any kind of cutback on him. LT Happy T able to carry a lot of speed through those corners, doing a great job. LT Beardy pits again. We did wonder if he'd had to, and he has, rather. But also, I do wonder if we're going to see any other two stoppers. Mr. DMT, he looks like he'll be okay on fuel to the finish. So he'll be hunting down ART Happy T for the remainder of this race. Jokerman at the front. He's 4.7 seconds down the road. Gavra Natalie is in second. ART Happy T, he's got Mr. DMT all over the back of him. And let's see if he can do the same again. I don't think so. It's nearly a half-second gap, as in fact ART Happy T is looking to reel in Gavra Natalie. ART Happy T is having a great set of races in the last couple of weeks. We're going to go on board with ART Happy T. Gavra Natalie, just as I do that, is able to extend his advantage just a little bit. We've got 7 minutes 15 seconds remaining in this race. Again, appreciate you, NZL Cowboy, in the chat. ART Happy T. Is this his chance? Is this his moment? He looked around the outside. He's letting him know he's there. Surely he's not going to go for it, but he could go for the cutback. Gavra Natalie gets in a little sideways. Fast and furious round Brands Hatch, but he's got the position. He's got a healthy advantage. Nothing given that time. And they're leaving Mr. DMT behind. But now, ALT Happy T, just as he did to Mr. DMT, he's going to be tight to him through Surtees. But he's going to look to get him after Pilgrim drop going into Hawthorns. Is it possible for him? He pulls out to the right hand side, but no, Gavranatelli. Oh, Gavranatelli's got off. He's got off. That is incredible. That is pressure from ALT Happy T that has caused that mistake from an otherwise fantastic driver. And that is tough. And already he's 5 seconds down on Mr. DMT as he makes his recovery run. And did I get the... What do we see? He's already through by that point. That's ART Happy T. He's in second. If he can keep this position, he's got 5 minutes 36. In fact, he's pitting. He's pitting. I know it's not the most enthralling thing in the world right now, but what is the change? It's just fuel. He's just taken on board fuel. He wasn't fueled to the finish. And he will come out in 8th, 9th position. Where is Happy T? 5th. My apologies, 5th. It's ART Happy T. Well, I suppose that's the gamble you go for. And somehow, quite incredibly, Mr. DMT, who's on a great recovery drive, he is in second, looking comfortable. He's fueled to the finish. His tyres are in great condition. And all he needs to do is keep it. I say all, touching the table, touching wood here. All he needs to do is keep it between the white lines. And he should be good for a second position finish here. Gavranatelli. He's got CRT Miggins on the back of him as he cakes a lot of grass there. I will say, I don't think I've seen a single penalty, touching wood, being dished out in this race. That's illusion. He's worked himself up into 6th. He's got the fastest lap. He's got speed in him. But a couple of mistakes, pushing it really hard at times. Hung a toe out on the grass here and there, and that has seen him down the standings. As Mr. DMT is just extending that gap on Gavranatelli. So that's looking like 1 and 2. Anything can change. Don't you dare go away. We've got 3 minutes 36 seconds left in this race. CRT Miggins. What can he see? He's got Gavranatelli in his sights, but I don't know. I mean, the pressure did tell. The pressure did tell from ART Happy T. What's happening behind him? Absolutely nothing. So this is the race right now. These two battling on track. There's a great race behind us as well, actually. We will check in with that in just a couple of moments. I don't think CRT Miggins is going to get it done on this occasion. So we're going to check out what is happening with ART Beardy. So they've got about a 1 second between them. Is that 6, 7 and 8? That's Miggins. CRT Miggins. He's clawed back a little bit of time. It's 0.6 seconds the difference. Both of them just need to keep it consistent. But this is the battle on track. And this is the battle for promotion into Lobby 1. And what does Lobby 1 mean? It means more points in the overall drivers' rankings. And remember, we've got the endurance event at the end of all this, the 1 hour around Suzuka. It will be a double point scoring round, as well as CRT Miggins takes that well. Gavranatelli slammed on the anchors just a little bit. Covers the inside. They go round Druids. 1:49 left, so we've got about 2 laps left in this race, I think. We're going to visit our leader, Jokerman. And look at that advantage. 10 seconds to Mr. DMT, who himself has basically 10 seconds to Gavranatelli. So just great driving from him. Keep it clean. Gavranatelli, he's in third. In fact, he's picked up a good, healthy 1.5 second lead over CRT Miggins. That's ART Happy T. He's looking racy. He's been very quick. In fact, Jokerman, he set our fastest lap of the race, a 1:33.767. That is real qualifying pace from our race leader, who is about to start his final lap. So he heads over the line. No fastest lap that time, but this will be the final lap of the race for our leader. It's ART Happy T side by side with CRT Miggins, and he's got by him. He's got by him, and he's held the position. What happened? Was there a mistake, or was this just good driving from ART Happy T, who now potentially has promotion in his sights? Just gets a fantastic exit. A little bit of bump, nothing wrong with that. That's rubbing, that's racing. And he just guns him on the straight into the corner. And he is away. ART Happy T up into fourth. But I don't think so. I don't think he's going to be able to pressure Gavranatelli into a mistake again. As we are on the final lap of the race. Gavranatelli is in third. Where is Jokerman? He is coming around Hawthorns. I think that was. In fact, no. He's even further along. He's coming up Sheen Curve now. So he is heading towards victory. Mr. DMT. He's really driven an impressive race. Gavranatelli, he's in third. He's got 3 seconds up on ART Happy T. Just needs to keep it between the white lines, and he will be getting moved up to Lobby 1. ART Happy T. Maybe the strategy wasn't quite right, but he's driven a fantastic race. ART Biddy, as Jokerman's come over the line, your winner of Race 2, Lobby 2, from Brands Hatch in the Mega Team versus Team 2. Jokerman 6025 as Mr. DMT comes across the line in second. Gavranatelli comes over the line in third position. They are provisionally getting promoted. ART Happy T is in fourth. ART Beardy, he comes over the line in fifth. And the fan favourite Geber, can he get over the line? He will! R.A. Geber is in sixth. ART Scott 701 coming around Clark Curve for the final time. He's in seventh. CRT Miggins already got it finished. And let's see, Illusion gently does it. He's going to get it over the line. In fact, is he? He is out of fuel. But he just gets it over the line. That is your race. And a huge congratulations to Jokerman 6025, the victor. He took it from pole. He had the fastest lap. And let's be honest, it was pure domination from our race winner. A huge thank you for joining us for this one. Fantastic racing. I think good clean racing throughout. And a huge congratulations to Jokerman 6025. It's looking like he, Mr. DMT 1995 and Gavranatelli, they should be, provisionally at least, getting promoted. We will see. We will see what happens in the stewards and any announcements forthcoming from Mega TVT. A huge thank you for joining us this evening. Before we head off, a quick reminder of the rounds. Next up, Colorado Springs. It's on dirt. Never before seen in the Mega Team versus Team Championship. And then it's the Cathedral of Speed. It's Monza. And then finally, double point scoring round, Suzuka for a 1 hour endurance classic. It's going to be fantastic. Can't wait to see you there. And for each round, of the Mega Team versus Team Lobby 2 Championship this season. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you let everybody know that you were enjoying Mega Team versus Team racing action brought to you by Amigos Racing Team. Take care, goodbye, and we'll talk to you soon.